Where are you going, Dad?
Gotta go to the Houston RV show. Hopefully we can see some good models like the DRV Houston 44. I'd like to see the Riverstone Legacy 39 RKFB. I hope that's there. I hope we can see some representatives from each of some of these companies, and I can get some more information for everyone. So we'll see. Got my stuff, so whatever we need, I think we'll be set.
Awesome.
$94,000. You can have it for $683 a month for 20 years. This is cute. Cute, cute, cute. That was my shoe, by the way. They're cute, aren't they?
They are.
Of course, you can get a much bigger unit for the money, but if you're into faux retro, I guess.
Right.
Cute. What a little split bed. I'm gonna come back through here in a little bit. Whoa, look at those. Hello. What is that? That's cute. It's a little toy haul. Check that out. I like it. Hey, look. Yeah, if you're just bringing it to the track, you know. Got a little solar there. Sound like a whisper quiet AC, or is that just the fan running?
AC on from the last customer that came by.
Yeah, that's quiet.
You did that very well, wasn't it?
I'm Shane.
Shane?
Zach, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I kept walking around and these are grabbing my attention because it seems like a market that's up and coming, this kind of off the road, really off the beaten path.
What are you filming for?
YouTube.
YouTube? That's awesome. You got your own channel, or what do you guys do?
I do.
Tell me a little bit about it.
It's It's my wife and I,
Uh-huh.
and we're moving full-time into an RV. She's going to be medical travel.
Okay.
And come follow us as we move into an RV and what it takes to do that. I've seen other channels, what they do is they already have their unit, they're already on
Yep,
the road,
yep.
which is fine, but what does it take to get into that? And that's where most viewers are. They're trying to make that decision to get into an RV
Sure,
and
man.
with that lifestyle, or at least think about it.
Have
So
you guys rented any? Have you RV'd at all, or are you just diving right in?
it makes financial sense for us because, like I said, traveling medical, we've got 2 girls in college, one's in New York, Manhattan, so you can imagine she's at art school. I mean, we're talking where Spider-Man went to school.
Yeah, man.
You know, at least the guys.
That's
right?
awesome, though. That's awesome.
So it's all
Good
good,
for
but
you guys.
we're halfway there. Got the F450,
Okay.
so we're going to be pulling.
So you're gonna basically rip the frame out from underneath this when you hit the gas, because that's.
I'm not looking at this for me. I'm
Okay.
looking at it for some other folks.
I was like, you guys are braver than I am to go full time.
Now that would be brave. Yeah, that would be brave. But this is an up and coming market, I believe. This, you know, I'm just going to take it into Moab and stay.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Flagstaff's been around. You know, we built out in Millersburg, Indiana for 44 years,
Really?
and we brought out the E-Pro. I guess it would have been about 4 years ago now.
Okay.
Just because, like what you're talking about, you know, there's a lot of crossover types, smaller SUVs, not even quite half-ton trucks, whether it be a Toyota Tacoma or something like that. But there's also a huge need for people that don't really want a big unit.
Sure.
They want to be able to go Moab or Big Bend, or
That's right.
they have
I lived
visions of where they want to, you know, just go anywhere.
I lived in El Paso, and just right up from there is Cloud Crossing.
Absolutely.
And that's the 10,000 feet. A lot of people don't know that. But you
Absolutely.
can flip up there. That's a national park.
Beautiful.
So you can just park this up.
That's the thing. That was our whole goal with this was, and it's evolved too as we've gotten more feedback from customers and everything, but our whole goal was to create something that you could really go anywhere. And that's why we do stuff like the off-road package. We do full roof mount solar with an inverter. And that powers everything in there
I
except for your
climbed up-
microwave and your air conditioner.
I climbed up there with the camera.
Yeah.
I did. And it's like, okay, that's nice. Now, one thing is I walk past these, it just, when something's built, when any of these are built with quality, it just kind of grabs me. I don't know why. I just kind of know. That's something about that. And
It's
then
just like
I find,
anything else, right? Like you walk into houses or apartments or you're car shopping, and you
Right.
you could sit in 17 different ones, and all of a sudden you're like, all right, this is a quality
know.
built product. You just know. We hear that all the time.
But it's another sense of you. You're going, something's just telling me. So, and then as I'm looking, I see it's a Forrest River product.
Yeah.
And then, well, there you go. Of
Yeah.
course it's quality.
And we're even inside Forrest River. You know, Flagstaff we're our kind of own world. We built out, like I said, in Millersburg, Indiana, for 44 years, and the same guys that started it are still running it today. And you know, our average tenure of our employees in our world there is about 8 years. And
Wow.
when you look at the production average in the overall industry, you're lucky to find 120 days.
Sure.
So we've got multiple 3-generation families working in our plants because it's a different culture. And everyone on our team is moving in the same direction with the goal of we want to build a product that is better than anything else in the market so our customers have better experiences, where it's almost this feeling of you don't even realize what's all going on around you as a customer. You just know I just don't have problems with my Flagstaff. Like
Right.
it just
Yeah.
works. And
Yeah. And
you
isn't that
don't
what you want?
Yeah, and that's what we want. We don't want it to be this obtrusive type, well, it's so overbuilt that it's, you know, not functional and ugly, but
And heavy.
just subtle things that we do in the background that make a huge difference. And I appreciate you saying it, because that's a compliment to us, and we hear it all the time. It's just like, man, it just feels better in here.
Well,
you know? And
me being new, and you got to understand, I'm looking at different units and whatever. And then as I go to a dealer, I was in San Antonio, I think, and I'm looking at DRVs and looking at whatever. But I said, can I walk through this one? And I didn't know what it was. I didn't know a Riverstone from a Redwood from
Sure.
a whatever.
Yeah.
I walked through and I said, this is nice. The guy kept trying to lead me away. No, DR, you know, whatever. That's nice, man. There's something nice about it. You know, it had that feel.
yeah.
And then as I'm walking by here, same thing. So could you tell me, is this your flagship of the E-Pro?
This one is of the E-Pro. So this is it's now our biggest E-Pro, which we I don't know if that's bragging or anything like that as far as biggest, because our whole goal was to keep
depends
it
on
small.
what you want.
Right.
Sure.
We wanted to keep we tried to keep a narrow focus and small, under 3,020 feet, and this is a bunkhouse, but we had so much feedback from our previous bunkhouse, which we still make, it's right here, that people wanted to slide. And so we got up to 20 feet overall,
So this is your original.
This is the original bunkhouse. Now we have multiple other floor plans, but as far as the bunkhouse,
Gotcha.
this was our #1 seller for the last 18 months. I'm pretty confident this thing is.
So this is a new one.
There. Yeah, we just came out with this in September, and we added a slide to it. So basically, you get a bigger dinette, more room inside there, but you keep the bunks and you keep all the other functionality of the unit.
Now, what have we got going on here when I see these off-road tires?
Yeah. So really, what that is it's not standard that way. It comes with kind of just standard trailer tires.
Okay.
They're smaller, but we put a lift on there that's roughly ends up being about 3 inches.
Okay.
And you get the off-road tires because again, that's more what this product is designed to do is go anywhere. You know, I mean, and if you go up into these national parks or into these Jeep roads and things like that, like having that extra clearance is real.
Sure.
I mean, I've gotten into some places where
You're scraping, especially.
I mean, it's
your truck's going uphill and it.
Well, and I mean, listen, I own a microlight, and I had the plant put on there. I actually had them put on the riser kits on mine from this one because of that same reason. Because I knew I wanted to get up into some different places and not have to worry about it. So it just gives you a little bit more ground clearance to go a little bit more rugged if you want to.
So we're in a quarter ton for this.
Yeah.
Like a F-150.
Not even. I mean,
Not
you're
even?
3,500 pounds. I mean,
Oh yeah.
your
Even
Toyota
some of the-
Tacoma is going to tow 6,800 pounds today. I mean, my wife's Toyota Highlander tows 6,500 pounds.
Yeah.
You have Subarus that'll pull this. I mean, there's a lot of vehicles that have a 5,000 pound tow capacity and they can pull with this. That's that direction we went with it, was to try and open up to a lot more customers out there. Now, granted, this is our heaviest one we have. We've got other ones that are 1,500 pounds.
Maybe we can go look at your smallest one.
Little 12 down around the corner.
But we're talking wall construction, whatever. I know you're trying to keep this light.
Yeah.
So we're on a pinch and roll laminated? Or?
Yeah, so this is actually, it's called vacuum bond lamination is what we do.
Oh, it's a vacuum bond.
Yeah, and there's pros and cons to anything out there.
But vacuum is still an upgrade to pinch and roll.
It is. I mean, anybody that has pinch roll in their process is going to tell you pinch roll is better. What pinch roll is better for is efficiency. It is much faster. So you can roll that thing through there and rock on and keep going. This is a little bit more labor intensive. It takes more time, which means for us it takes more money and resources to do. One of the biggest benefits of vacuum bond, and basically for your listeners or viewers, vacuum bond, pinch roll is just what it sounds like. It rolls through a giant steamroll type machine, rolls all the air out, goes on, they start routing out all the windows, everything, and rolling it over to around the whole plant.
It's the biggest one to delaminate.
You're gonna, with anything else that you've ever glued together, what's the first thing you wait to do as soon as you glue something?
Let it dry.
Yeah, let it cure, so that it doesn't do this. So what we do here is vacuum bond. We laminate all the walls with the glue, sits there, and they go into a stack, and they go into a giant industrial. You've ever seen after the infomercial where you suck the air out of your bag and all your sweaters when it's summer and put it underneath your bed? Same concept. Sucks all the air out of it, pulls all the air, equal pressure all the way across the wall instead of anything kind of rolling or anything like that. Equal pulls all the air out, and then from there, depending on the temperature and humidity in the facility, anywhere from 7 to 24 hours, they sit.
So what you're suggesting, it may not be the process, but the execution of the process.
Yes.
They can make the difference or give something a bad name.
Right? Exactly. And it's not that other process is bad. It's just not as good. That's the difference. It's just not as good. This is a superior way to build, and that's something that with Flagstaff that we take very seriously. Is how do we go that extra step? And we do it in everything that we do. Is how do we do things a little bit better than everybody else? And it's just trying to create a better process.
Maybe
for
I can peek in here real quick while I clear it out. This is a busy day. I love this color. I don't know, what do y'all call this? It's like a silver almost.
Yeah, we don't even really call it anything. With the E-Pro, we've only got one decor, and which is
so they're all this color.
They're all exactly this color, which most of our other products that we sell from Flagstaff, you've got 2 different woods, 2 different fabrics, 2 different floors. This is just simple. We do the lighter cabinets because obviously it's a smaller space in here, so it helps it feel brighter. And this is when you got 20,000 people coming through, they take this all apart.
This is where you eat, obviously.
Yeah, it's a dinette here.
Yeah, but it's all you need. Sleep, eat, cook, put the kids up, bathroom. You're ready. Microwave.
And that's the goal.
Is there an inverter in these?
It's a 1,000-watt
1,000-watt
inverter,
inverter.
100-watt solar panel on the roof. You get your control panel right here. So this is what it's.
So what will that run? I know that's a smaller fridge, so it should run more than the fridge.
Everything except your air conditioner and your microwave. That's all your plugs in here are set up on it. It's
awesome.
Here's your button right here. You just turn on your inverter right there.
Okay. Cool. So all you need is like maybe a little Honda generator you set outside. And
yeah, it just depends on what kind of camping you're going to do. I mean, obviously, if you're camping in Texas in the summer, probably want a generator. But you know, for my customers up in Colorado, I mean, you get up into the mountains, might get warm during the day because that sun's strong. But
sure,
you know, we've done plenty of dry camping up there. We just turn on our Max Air fan and hang out.
Awesome. Well, Zach, can you take me to your smallest unit?
Yeah, it's just over here.
Look at that! I love it.
So this is our 12 SRK. You get an awning on this. You got an air conditioner. Heat. Got a kitchen out the back here. Still has the off-road package. And then this is a sofa right here. And then that pulls out and turns into a full bed.
Well, yeah. It gets a lot of attention. Everybody, see the way it makes you giggle, doesn't it?
Well,
it's cute.
Yes, I'm 74 inches tall.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, people are into this though. It's
yeah.
We've been sold a bill of goods. We've watched our parents. You know, owning a home is your biggest dream. They're telling us what our dreams are. Sure. Well, we're saying bull.
Yeah.
And you're starting to see alternative lifestyles, and the way we vacation is changing too, to what we want to do. And this might be just it. What will we need to pull this? Cross track?
Go with a Jeep. I mean,
Jeep.
Cross track. You get your full size Jeep like a Rubicon will do what, 3,500 pounds. You know, this thing's 1,500 pounds. So you can kind of.
Where is it? You read it from here, but that's.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. 1827. This has got the tongue mount bike rack.
Oh, you got the bike rack. Still, I don't know much that won't tow.
Yeah.
Well, that is awesome, though. Another Forrest River product that is actually impressing me.
And that's Flagstaff, yeah. So we've got everything from a tiny little pop-up to our E-Pros, to our Microlight, to our Superlight, to our Classic, to big fifth wheels. That's something that we're a little bit unique too. Again, we run like our own little world inside Forrest River, and our customers. It's cool because so many of them might start with one of our pop-ups. And then they trade in and get something like this or one of our Microlights, and then they end up getting a fifth wheel, and they stay with us through their whole journey of traveling because the quality and just how we operate is different. And it's the biggest compliment in the world for a Flagstaff customer to come back in, but we hear it all the time where, man, I don't have problems with my Flagstaff. I just love it.
It's quality, and Forrest River keeps impressing me, and you've done it again.
Awesome.
Thank you again
I appreciate
so much.
you. Thank you so much for reaching out and finding me here, and anything I can do to help you guys, sir.
So she's like,
Oh, okay.
Duraflap, huh?
Duraflap mud flaps. Yeah.
I love it. So you can say whatever we want it to say.
Right.
If it's not copyrighted,
Whatever
obviously.
you want on there.
And what kind of vehicles can it go on?
So these are for the motor homes, the back of the motor homes.
Class A's and
Right, but we also do a drillless installation for the pickup trucks.
Okay.
And you don't drill holes in your truck for the later model pickups.
Now I just bought a F450, and it
Right.
came with the mud flaps,
Yeah.
and they put their name on it where I bought it from.
Yes.
All right. So did they just steal my flaps and throw their name on it?
Huh?
Did it come with the
No.
truck, or did they provide me those, you think, and then put their name on it?
If they put their name on it, that's their dealer plates. Did you buy it in Texas?
Not the plates, the mud flap.
Right. Did you buy it in Texas?
I did.
So in Texas with a dually, they can't let it go out of there without something
one.
on there. So why not advertise themselves?
Okay.
Right?
So they are
Yeah.
from them and not from Ford.
Correct.
Okay. So I would need to buy some new flaps to change that.
Right.
Or do y'all?
Right.
So do y'all sell the flaps also?
Yeah.
So
we
you could do the design
sell
and like you
whatever
said,
want. We've
and
got dozens online. We've got dozens here, and we also do custom. If you wanted your YouTube channel on there,
yes.
you could do that.
That's kind of my point.
Yeah, exactly.
But behind the RV, so I mean, if it's a fifth wheel or something, you could still do one to hang
Well,
behind
you
that.
could. Some people do just for fun. It's not a necessity by any means.
No, of course
and
not.
it's
But no,
pretty
just to kind of have your
expensive.
name behind it.
Yeah.
So how much would one of these run, the bigger one?
For something like that, with whatever text you want on there, would be about $580.
Okay. And then a small, like mud flap?
For the mud flaps in your pickup truck, they start at, for the rear,
Yes, ma'am.
20-inch wide drilless installation would be $155.
Okay.
Something custom like that's going to be quite a bit more, probably about $295.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Where are y'all located?
Medford, Oregon.
Oregon. So it's by mail?
We ship everywhere. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can order online. If you ordered here at the show, then it'd be free shipping.
Okay. And what's y'all's website?
www.duraflap.com.
Okay, wonderful. I love it. Thanks for your time.
Okay, thanks.
PullRite. All right, cool. I've heard of y'all. One of my friends was talking about it. I was speaking about, should I get a Reese or a B&W? And he literally said you should really check out the PullRite.
Well, PullRite's been building hitches for about 40 years.
40 years?
The hitch that really put us on the map is this Super Glide hitch for short bed trucks. And RV consumers, by and large, buy short bed trucks because they want something that will fit in the garage, that they can drive and park easily in a shopping center parking lot, and not have a real long wheelbase vehicle. The only issue is that when you hook the fifth wheel trailer up to a short bed truck, when you turn a corner, you really don't want the trailer to hit the back of the cab.
Right.
So to prevent that from happening, we developed a hitch that has the towing point up over the truck axle, so where it tows safely without any trailer strain. And when you turn, it automatically moves pivot point or moves the trailer away from the cab. So if you did turn 90 degrees, it would create 14 inches of more space that didn't exist to begin with, preventing the trailer from hitting the cab. You don't have to get out of the truck, you don't have to remember anything. It really takes all the risk out of towing a fifth wheel trailer with a short bed truck. A lot of people say, well, how does that really work? How do they know what to do? And the secret of it is this capture plate that attaches to the kingpin box of the trailer that has a wedge on the underside. So it's a simple installation on the trailer. It goes up over the kingpin, a single set screw. And when you have that on the trailer and you hook up to your hitch, normally you would expect the trailer to pivot on top of the hitch. But with this capture plate in place, the trailer actually controls the movement of the hitch, and it rotates as far and as fast as you're turning in relation to the trailer. So there's about a 16-degree turning radius either side of center where it's simply pivoting. It only starts to move once you turn shorter than that. And it doesn't matter whether you're backing up or going forward. Anytime that you're turning, it's moving away from the cab.
Nice.
So for a short bed truck owner, that's become a really exciting solution, making it easy to tow the trailer. This particular model is something that's new. Many of the trucks are coming with factory attachment points already in the bed. On this hitch, these factory attachment points are in place. You can simply drop a mounting post into the opening in the bed, rotate the handle a quarter of a turn, put a pin in here, and that's your hitch install.
Okay.
So it makes it really simple to put the hitch in the bed of the truck. When you want to remove it, rotate that a quarter of a turn, take the four posts out. You can slide the hitch out on the tailgate, put it in your garage. You have a completely smooth, clean truck bed.
That's good. Now I've noticed bushings under there.
There are brass bushings in here, so it doesn't matter whether the truck bed is aluminum or steel. We've separated those two materials from each other so you don't have corrosion.
Nice.
And by making those bushings out of brass, it's also very unlikely to ever rust in place. So if you don't take your hitch in, but maybe once every year or so, you're not going to have a difficult time getting that in or out.
Okay.
And it's easy to adjust this so that you've got a tight connection. You simply rotate that nut until there's pressure there. Put a cotter pin in there and it holds it securely in the bed of the truck. We make this in a 16,000 pound rating, a 20,000 pound rating up to a 20,000 pound trailer, and also a 24,000 pound rating. The 24,000 pound one is great for particularly Dodge truck owners where they have a little bit shorter distance between the truck and the axle. But that hitch actually moves 4 inches farther and it's 18 inches away from the cab while you're making the turn.
So for regular fifth wheel with the long bed, like I've got an F450.
Okay.
So your F450s, F350s with the long beds, would it be the next hitch that we would use?
It would be great for a 450.
Even this one.
Even this.
So you're saying it's not only for short beds?
It's most likely a short bed truck customer that's going to put this in. But
Okay.
if you have a long bed truck and you're not worried about the space between the truck and the trailer, we make a complete line of conventional looking fifth wheel hitches that can be used in 8-foot beds.
Thank you.
If you have one of the new trucks with the factory attachment points and you don't need the slide, or if you have an 8-foot bed and you're not worried about a sliding hitch, these two hitches actually connect directly to the gooseneck ball and is a kind of a new concept in towing fifth wheel trailers. So you have two what we call bed saver rails that prevent damage to the truck bed as you're towing. You have a base that's connected through the attachment of a block that sets down on a gooseneck ball in those trucks that are equipped with a gooseneck opening.
Yes. Okay. So this will connect to the gooseneck.
Right. This box sets down over that ball.
Well, because I have the puck system in my, and so I got that center one, and you're
So you
saying
have
we
the
connect
center
with the
location.
center location, correct?
This sets down over the gooseneck ball. You put these two pins in, and that holds the base to the ball.
Okay.
And then the hitch actually sets down over this stud, and on the back side of the hitch, you have a way of tightening this up to secure the hitch down in the bed of the truck.
Okay.
And you have a conventional hitch plate that you can hook up to the fifth wheel trailer.
Now, Steve, that makes me wonder because I don't know if you know it, but I think all of our gooseneck rating is a higher rating than our fifth wheel rating for towing on our trucks.
Most of the gooseneck balls, the 2 5/16 balls, are rated for towing up to a 30,000 pound trailer. This particular hitch has been tested to a voluntary SAE, or Society of Automotive Engineering Standards, SAE J2638. To meet that test requirement, we actually run a hydraulic cylinder 900,000 cycles, forward and back, side to side, and up and down, to prove the stability, the design, the integrity of that product, and found that this hitch will pass out of 24,000 pound rating. And the latching mechanism that we use is somewhat unique.
I like that because some of them have the two, and I guess it's fine, but it's nice to have just the one hook where the point of stress is pulling against the metal instead of where it...
Right, you're actually pulling against the closed part of the latch. To open this latch, you have to lift the handle, overcome the tension of the spring, and it actually wraps around the kingpin.
Nice.
So when you back into the trailer, you'll notice there's a wedge on the underside of the handle. And as the kingpin enters the opening of the hitch, it will trigger that. That goes in, and when it's completely closed, the handle drops down. Because so many of the trucks are so tall these days, they come up to your chin or above. It's really difficult for people to reach hitches that require secondary safety systems. So if you've got a pin or a lever or a handle that has to be closed to keep your latch closed, it's not the easiest thing to do.
No.
You're having to climb over the side of the truck. So an automatically locking latch, a gear-driven latch that actually gets tighter as it closes, gives you a quieter, more secure connection when you're towing your trailer. This design we've made even easier when you look at this hitch. We've eliminated the weight, the rocker arm side to side, the rocker arm forward and back, and created a hitch that weighs 52 pounds to lift in and out of the bed of the truck. And now we simply apply an adapter to the kingpin box of the trailer, and because you've got a funnel that's elevated in the bed of the truck,
You can dance around to it draw.
both the ball and the funnel as you back up to the truck. And so you can stop when you see that they're close and simply lower the landing gear. This will find its way to the bottom of the funnel. You're never worried about being at exactly the right height. You can hook up and unhook at any angle. You have full range of motion. You never have anything in a bind. But because you've got a machined ball and a tube, you have a very quiet connection. You just don't have any bump or noise while you're towing with this setup. And you have a 20,000 pound rated hitch.
I did see that. And
It only
that
weighs
52 pounds. And it connects at the gooseneck also?
It connects to the gooseneck ball. These pads on the front of the hitch are actually free floating. They're there to protect the truck bed so that it doesn't bend the corrugations of your bed and decrease the value of the truck due to bed damage. When you go to reinstall it, you simply slide those in place, you set the hitch down, and again tighten this bolt down, and that's your hitch install. It's that easy to get in and out of the bed of the truck.
Really nice. Well, Steve, I appreciate the introduction to PullRite. Obviously, it's a well thought out product, and there's a reason that my friend mentioned it to me.
Well, the owners of PullRite, as they've developed these products, were actually fifth wheel towing people. And it's the only product that we build is fifth wheel hitches. So they're actually using them, they're seeing what the challenges are that our customers face, and try to make it easier and a better experience hooking up, unhooking, towing their trailer quieter, more comfortable towing their trailer, and not having the risk of accidents due to, a trailer hitting the back of the cab or dropping the trailer. This particular one becomes so intuitive that nobody has to learn how to hook up a hitch properly. It's simply raising the trailer up, setting the ball down in the tube, and you really don't make mistakes.
Nice little margin of error there
Right,
for you.
yeah.
Well, thanks again, Steve.